everybody. Today I'm going to review one of the newest tools in RIDGID's Gen5X lineup, and this is their 18-volt hybrid fan. Now the reason it's called a hybrid fan and not just a standard job site fan is the fact that you can power this two different ways. You can use any of their 18-volt battery packs. That's going to give it a lot of runtime, but if you need extreme run times, you can also plug a standard extension cord in this. You don't have to deal with any special adapters or wall plugs. It's going to plug right in the back, and it's really going to give you unlimited runtime as long as you have power. So whether that's in your house, maybe in your workshop, your garage, or even outside using a generator, they're all going to power this exactly the same way. Now if you are using a battery pack, RIDGID does claim on the box that it's going to get over 22 hours of continuous runtime on one of their 4 amp hour packs. So later on in the video I'm actually going to be putting that to the test so we can see how long it's actually going to last on just one charge. And then I'm also going to go over some different features of this. Now previously I reviewed one of the Ryobi hybrid fans, so I'm going to give you a side-by-side comparison with that next, and then we're going to take a look and see how we can hang this up as well as the different features that they have built into it. Okay, this should give you a pretty good idea of the size difference between the new RIDGID hybrid fan and the older Ryobi hybrid fan that I already did a review on. Now this is going to be the exact same size as their standard battery powered model, so whether you have the battery powered or the hybrid, which takes the battery or AC power out of the wall, they are going to be the exact same footprint. Now you can see this one is a little bit shorter than the RIDGID, and when we turn it to the side, both of them are pretty much the exact same depth. Now one of the big features that I really like about the RIDGID over the Ryobi is the fact that it does have the variable speed on-off switch on the front of the unit, where the Ryobi actually has a rocker switch on the back that only has 3 possible settings. It has a low setting, an off setting in the middle, and then a high setting. So there's no real variable speed. You either have it on low or high. On the top of the fan is a rubberized carrying handle, and you can see your hand does fit under there very well. You can carry it around. And unlike the Ryobi fan, you don't have to stick your hand underneath the back, which would be where the blades are. Now the blade guard is going to be on the front and the rear, and it's very tight, and really unless you're a small child, there's no way you could stick your fingers in here and accidentally cut yourself. Now I also want to point out the fact that the head on this is going to rotate tremendously. There's nothing you need to loosen up or tighten to get it to hold into place, and you can see it can aim down, or if you want to aim it the opposite direction, you can rotate it back, and it's going to give you an extreme range of motion. So that's really nice, the fact that it doesn't have individual stops, and it's not going to be locked in at all times. You can just simply move it and aim it where you need the air. Now on the back, of course, is where the battery is going to plug in, and that's also where the extension cord is going to plug in. So you see those 2 little prongs in there. That's all you'll need to do is just take a standard extension cord, plug it right in, and then this is going to have unlimited runtime. As far as air volume goes, when this is on high, it's putting out 475 cubic feet a minute of air. And to put that into some kind of perspective for you, if you look at leaf blowers, even the gas-powered handheld ones do not put out that much air, even though they do have a higher wind speed because the nozzle, of course, is going to be much narrower than the face of this fan. As far as the amount of air that they actually move is going to be less until you get to the backpack variety. Now right here is going to be the variable speed dial, and you can see when it's on the 0 right here, it's going to be off. As soon as you click it on, it flips on high, which is a lot of air movement. You can really feel the wind coming out of here. And then as you move that down, it's going to progressively get slower all the way to low. Now when it's on low is when you're going to have the maximum amount of runtime. And what we're going to do next is go ahead and test that out to see how long this is going to last on just one charge. Now for a runtime test, I have a fully charged 4 amp hour battery pack, which is the high capacity pack. I'll go ahead and plug this in and we'll turn it on low. That's going to give us the maximum amount of runtime, which RIDGID is claiming is up to 22 hours. So I'll flip this on. I've got the stopwatch on my phone, and I'll go ahead and press start. So right now it's on all zeros. I'll press start, and we'll come back tomorrow to see how long it actually can last. Okay, the battery finally died, and I gotta tell you right off the bat, it lasted a lot longer than I expected. I had to babysit this thing all day long and carry it around with me, and even brought it to dinner with us to Buffalo Wild Wings. Came home, watched it the whole way up the road. It was still running. We set it on the coffee table, and we've been watching a movie for about the past 2 hours, and it finally cut off. I stopped the stopwatch, and you can see it lasted for 35 hours and 21 minutes on just one 4 amp hour battery charge. One option for mounting this, if you don't want to just set it on the ground or maybe on a workbench, is to hang it on 2x material. Now right here I have a 2x4 that's vertical. I can pull these little metal hooks out in the front. It's going to hook right over the 2x material, and you can just press it into place. It's not going to go anywhere. Then you just aim the fan where you want it and turn it on. Those same metal brackets that just hooked around the 2x4 also have a little curved metal end right here, and that allows us to hang the fan upside down by a piece of wire. Another really easy mounting option is just to put a screw in the side of your wall and then hang it from that. Now the way you can do this, they actually have a little place on the base right here that the screw is going to slide in, and then you can see it gets more narrow. That's going to hold it in place. So we can line it up with the screw that I put right in the wall, slide it down, and it's going to be locked in. So we can just aim the fan where we want it and turn it on, and we'll instantly have air. Now finally, they also have the option of mounting it with a pipe. Now I have a pipe and a vise, but you could easily drive one down on the ground or just use one on a job site. And there are 2 holes in the base of the unit that the pipe can slide into. Now, this being a galvanized pipe, it's going to be very sturdy. So let's say you're using thinner EMT conduit. They do have 2 different holes, so if you want a lot of stability, you could put 2 pipes in the bottom of here at the same time. But just using this galvanized pipe, I'll line it up with the hole. You can see it's going to slide right in place, and then I can aim it wherever I need to. So now you've seen RIDGID's brand new Gen5X 18-volt hybrid fan for yourself. I gotta tell you right off the bat, the fact that this could last over 35 hours on low on just one battery charge is absolutely unbelievable. It was putting out a decent amount of air that entire time. Of course, I didn't have it on high. That would have caused the battery to go a lot quicker. But if you do want to keep it on high, and let's say you're in a workshop setting, because it is a hybrid model and it can take AC power as well as the DC batteries, you can plug it right in the wall, and then you're not going to have any runtime issues ever. Now, the other real nice feature about this versus some other fans on the market today, it doesn't just have the on-off switch, which would be high or low. It does have that variable speed trigger, so you can control exactly how much air you want it to put out. And lastly, because this is covered by RIDGID's LSA lifetime service agreement, as long as you do register it when you buy it, you're going to be covered with free parts and free service for life. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.